Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Let's, the winner, of course, gets to choose the lighting. So, there it is. The winning team, which was the Rams, gets the lighting in the back. That's how it works, right? Am I crazy? Am I crazy about this team? Was 15-2 too low, or was it too high? I don't know. Am I crazy about Stafford? Was I wrong about Stafford? Was I wrong about the Rams beating Tampa? Was I wrong that... I don't know. Raheem Morris isn't a bad defensive coordinator? It's all very interesting to me. Very, very interesting. You know, this game, I'm not going to go into too much, as far as details on who said that the Rams weren't good enough and so forth and whatever. But I am going to say this. I do remember that I watched multiple, media heads, talking heads, say that this team was unbeatable and they weren't talking about the team that scored 34 today. I did hear over and over again how Tom Brady is a lot better than Matthew Stafford. I did hear over and over again how the Buccaneers coaching staff is better than the Rams coaching staff. I heard that the Buccaneers offense is better than the Rams offense, the Buccaneers defense is better than the Rams defense, and the Rams got the edge in special teams. Well, yeah, about that. This game was absolutely, and the stats aren't going to tell the story, right? The final score does not even tell the story. This game was dominated by the Los Angeles Rams. If you're a Rams fan, you deserve to jump up and down. I don't know if I'm having some sort of allergic reaction up here. Maybe it's just my excitement. I don't know. But I figured to throw that out there. But no, guys, congratulations to all the Rams fans out there that stuck by this team, that believed in this team, that thought this team could win this Sunday, that didn't say, oh, well, Matthew Stafford isn't that good, Stat Padford, oh, he can't win playoff games, he's not good and, against good teams. Sean McVay, 39-0, that's not going to go to 40-0 when leading at halftime. Oh, and by the way, last week we almost lost to the Colts, so that's obviously going to translate over to this week and means that, the Rams aren't going to be as effective against the Buccaneers, even though they're playing different games, even though it's a completely different game. We're going to say, well, come on now, right? Come on. The Rams almost lost to the Colts last week. There's no way they can beat the defending Super Bowl champions. We're going to ignore the fact that Jake told people, in 2020, when the Buccaneers took the league by storm, so to speak, after losing to the Rams and Chiefs, the two best teams that they played during that span, we're going to forget about the fact that they lost, they beat the Atlanta Falcons, the 4-12 Falcons twice, barely beat one of those times they barely beat the Falcons. They beat them by one score. We're going to forget about the fact that they beat the Detroit Lions, who were 5-11 after Matthew Stafford early on in the game got hurt. We're going to forget about the fact they beat the 7-9 Vikings. We're going to forget about the fact that in the Super Bowl, they beat a team with 4 starting offensive linemen that were out. But hey, right? They won the Super Bowl. Got to give them credit, right? Absolutely. Well, week 1, they go up against a quarterback coming back from a serious injury. It's the Cowboys. Cowboys are a joke. Mike McCarthy's a joke. They got outplayed by the Cowboys. And then week 2, in the first half, the Falcons were right there. So when people tell me over and over again that this team had no chance, all week I heard, oh, there's no way. Bucks by 10, Bucks by 13, Bucks by 17. Watch film. I don't know what to tell you. It's not that the Bucks aren't that good. It's that you're sleeping on the Rams. And I said this. The only thing that stopped the Rams last year was an injury to their quarterback, John Wolford. Jared Goff came in, played well, mind you, against the Green Bay Packers. But Aaron Donald got hurt on a meaningless end-of-the-game sack on Russell Wilson because his butt is made out of vibranium. I don't know. But either way, what it comes down to is this. The Rams had an opportunity to play Tampa Bay had they beaten the Packers, a team that they already beat last year. The Rams, regardless if this is Sean McVay's Rams or not, the Rams just have Tampa Bay's number for the most part. They're 7-1 in their last 8 meetings. The only time they've lost was to Jameis Winston, who Tampa Bay basically threw away in the trash and said wasn't good. I'm just calling it like it is, guys. I'm going to have fun over here because this was a great game. I enjoyed every second of it. The Rams probably left a bunch of points on the board. They could have gone in the 40s and maybe even the 50s. They honestly could not be stopped. They stopped themselves. You go back and the horrible shanked punt that went not even 20 yards. Yeah, Sean McVay basically was like, you know what? I'm fine with the field goal. Stafford could have thrown 6 touchdowns in this game. He started off slow. Keep that in mind. He started off slow. I mean, guys, do you like the people that were questioning me, putting the Rams number 1 in the power rankings from week 1, now that the Kansas City Chiefs are 1-2 and the Buccaneers have lost to that said team, the Rams, do you believe me now that this is the best team in football? This isn't a homer pick. I mean, I tell you right now, I've told you in the past that this Rams team, they have their issues. Yeah, I think they can win, but no. This team is special, and you all should be enjoying this team. The only thing that can stop this team is the only thing that can stop any team when they're on a hot streak, and those are the injuries. Because injuries can, they can come out of nowhere. And Deshaun Jackson, can we just talk about him for a sec? In the preview, the pregame show, what did I say about Deshaun Jackson? I said, you know what? They're probably waiting to use him in a game like this. It was really great to see everything. And on top of that, the defense gives up 24, the most garbage time touchdown you could imagine. But the defense was stout. And really, the Rams had him the whole time. The Rams really did. Look at how far off they were playing. They were trying to just stop the deep play because it got to the point the Rams perfectly executed the two for one. In basketball, right before the half, you have an opportunity, you give the ball back, you say they score quickly, well then you can, obviously then get the basket, and then right now, there's about a little bit less, and then there's the shot clock, and then you can get another possession before the halftime begins. It was like that, but the Rams did it. They scored because the Buccaneers took so long to score. They took all that time off, so the Rams got the possession with 4 minutes to go. They score hardly leaving any time on the clock for Brady and company, and they deferred, which was a great idea, by the way. They get the ball in the second half. I would always defer because you never know how a game's going to go. You always want that possession to start the half. So, Rams executed very well. Sean McVay, great coach. 40-0 at halftime. Congratulations to him. Matthew Stafford did not get to 350 yards, like I said, but he was a little bit under that, and I'm okay with that. I'll call that a win. And we could end up having an overtime game here, potentially. No, probably not. Looks like the Raiders are in field goal range. All right, anyway, back to the Rams. So, Sony Michel, 20 carries, 67 yards. Not bad, right? I mean, it's 3.4 yards per carry. It wasn't the best, but towards the end of the game, you saw it starting to come through. Okay, you look at Matthew Stafford, 4 touchdowns, 134 passer rating, 343 yards. He averaged 9 yards per completion. 9. Furthermore, you have Deshaun Jackson, 120 yards. You have Cooper Kupp on 9 catches for 96 yards and 2 touchdowns. Deshaun had 1. You had Van Jefferson, 4 for 42. Tyler Higbee, 5 for 40 and a touchdown. Robert Woods, 3 for 33. Sony Michel even got involved, 3 for 12. Then you look at the defense, okay? Kenny Young balled out today. He had 3 tackles for loss. He had a sack. He had 10 total tackles. He had 8 of them being solo. He was honestly on another level this week. And you know what? It doesn't shock me. When you leave a game for disqualification the game before, it is your duty to come out even more intense than you did last week. So he made it up to his teammates. Ramsey is filthy. What else are we going to say, right? I just thought all around, and again, I have to go back to the tape and watch it, There were times where Tampa Bay did put some pressure on Stafford, but I was impressed. The offensive line really did a nice job keeping him, under wraps. I mean, what can you say? Aaron Donald got a strip sack that I've never seen anything like that. A strip sack that was caught. Leonard Floyd getting a sack. I mean, all in all, guys, this is exactly what you want to see. I expected to win. I had 38-34. Ended up being 34-24, and really it was 34-17 if you want my honest opinion, and really it could have been 37-17. They decided not to kick the field goal because they had the game intact. I'm just going to call it like it is. This is exactly what we wanted to see, and we got to see it. And this is what we deserve, I think as fans, last year was so hard knowing that Donald, had he been healthy, the Rams would have gotten a crack at Tampa in the NFC title game. And I think a lot of people agree with me in that. And it's really unfortunate that that happened. And then on top of it, the Rams make this amazing trade for Stafford. As you guys know, we were buzzing. The channel was absolutely, off its rocker. I mean, we had over 600 people in here. Can't wait till that happens again. I missed that. But we had over 600 people in here. It was great, right? But then all of a sudden the media is coming in, well, Jared Goff led him to a Super Bowl, so you can't just give up on him. So, whatever. Matthew Stafford in the first 3 games has tied Kurt Warner for most touchdowns by a Ram quarterback in 3 games, okay? He's on that trajectory. I called Stafford being an MVP before the season started, okay? I'm not saying that, that's a guarantee now, right? It's not like anything he's done is obviously he's, another level better than everyone else. But he's clearly in the conversation. And if anything, today proved it should check every box on people that were saying stat Padford, guy can't win in big games. This is the biggest game of the regular season. This just told everybody in the league, oh my God, we're not going to be able to stop the Rams unless there's an injury. How the hell are we stopping that? In the 3rd game of this offense, with a brand new quarterback having to learn a brand new offense, you're telling me in the 3rd game they're this dominant? They're this fluid? What's going to happen when they're fully caught up with the playbook and it's week 11? I mean, come on. I have them winning 15 games, losing 2. But realistically, this team will not lose a game if they play the way they did today. And that's just assuming they play the way they did today. They can be better than this on offense. They can be better than this on defense. It's not like they sacked Brady 9 times like the Browns sacked Justin Fields. But it's not always about that, right? It's not. Brady's considered the GOAT by many. And the Rams, they were like, all right, you take the yards. We'll take the win. Brady threw more yards than Stafford. But who cares? I mean, if First Take or whatever wants to argue, well, Brady threw 432 yards to Stafford's 343, I'll just say, well, Brady ran for a touchdown. He threw for a touchdown, and Stafford threw 4 touchdowns, and probably could have thrown 6 if they didn't play to just win the game and kill the clock. So, guys, I'm feeling very good about this team. Very, very good. Okay? Can't stress that enough. Everyone be sure, if you haven't already, be sure to hit the like button. We have a bunch of people in here, almost 100 viewers in total from what I'm seeing, although it's not updating on the screen. But please be sure to hit the like button because it does help. It'll push this out. We'll continue to grow people. I want to keep talking because I'm more focused on the Rams than whatever is playing tonight, okay? I like Sunday Night Football, don't get me wrong, but I'd rather talk to you guys. I've been waiting for this all week, as I'm sure many of you have, and I think it's time for us to quote-unquote celebrate it. So, before I get into that, I just want to go back and read all the comments, do all of that. Darius, thank you so much for the donation of $20. I really do appreciate that. Yes, let's go Rams. That was a big-time win. Matthew, thank you so much for your donation of $20. I really do appreciate it. It means a ton to me that you guys would do that. Thank you. William, yes, absolutely. I won't call the Bucks bums, but yeah, that was a great win. Let's go, Christian says. Let's go, Rams. Annette, how you doing? Hunter Collins, whose house? Rams house. Bill, let's go. You're just laughing over there, Ram. Unholy Spire, wonder what Big Wit said to McVay at the end of the game. William, too easy. Your dad, www. I'm not going to read all those W's. Big Ron, Rams house. Annette is laughing. I'm surprised Brady shook Stafford hand at the end of the game, says Jawson Miller. Whose house? Rams house. Let's see. Let's go. Hell yeah. There's a lot of this stuff. Deshaun Effin Jackson. I like that. Rams just handing out L's. We are going to the Super Bowl. Great team effort. Let's go, Jake. Big win today. Super Bowl winners 2-2-1. You're never wrong, bro. Well, I am pretty wrong today in fantasy football. Sterling Shepard and Tyson Williams, I was pretty wrong, but we won't get into that. Huge win. You're absolutely right. You demand. So are you, Matthew. Great team win. Let's go, Rams. Yes, Masanori. Everyone saying Matt Stafford ain't built for big moments. I laugh at that. Christopher Bundy, it's a pundit's job to speak poo. Talk that talk, Jake. Yeah, you know I am. That's probably blood vessels popping. Yeah, probably. Jackson, the talking heads better give us credit for or risk looking stupid. Swaggy, hell yeah, talk is cheap. We know what Rams do to goats. The home field advantage sure is nice. Oh, let's talk about that, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna compare two things. Okay, Stafford is the narrative was that Stafford can't win big games. All right, that narrative is about as false as people saying that the Rams don't have a home field advantage. Did you hear SoFi through your TV? Some of you that are in here were at the game. I could hear the difference of SoFi and the crowd through my television set, okay? Clearly, this is a home field advantage, and it's only going to get better because this team, if they continue to win games like that, they're going to get a bigger fan base because let's call it like it is. For all you diehards out there, you're going to be making room to somebody in your aisle at SoFi or wherever you are watching the game. You're going to be making room for bandwagon fans. And guess what? Welcome aboard. I don't turn away bandwagon fans. I don't. Come on aboard right now. I welcome everybody if they want to switch their team. You ever see on ESPN if you failed if you failed your draft, there's the mid-season fantasy football league. Like, oh, you didn't quite get it, so here you can try it again. It's that deal. Like, if you're just done with your team right now, like if you're a Giants fan, you're like, how the hell did we just lose to the Falcons? Come right on. Come over. Seriously. Like, why? Bandwagons can come right over here. More for us, right? Keep growing the fan base. For people that have an issue with bandwagons, I'd just say this. They're not going to enjoy the moment as much as you are. So it's not a huge deal, right? So that's my thoughts on that. I'll keep, reading these. Yeah, the home field advantage sure is nice. You are absolutely right. Let's fly underneath the radar. Better odds for me. I watched almost every sports show, and the only one person had Rams in this game. The GOAT, Shannon Sharp. Oh, man. Let's go. Yes, Ashton, let's go. The last Tampa Bay touchdown was kind of a garbage time touchdown. You're absolutely agree. Teddy Bruschi also. Can't wait to hear Skip eat his words. Shout out to Brian Allen. God bless this man. Yeah, Brian Allen really, he held in there. I mean, that is not an easy day at the office. That's like, you get Vita Vea on your plate. It's like going to the office and be like, hey, we have 3 projects for you to do. We also want you to host our meeting with the entire company and this giant corporation. On top of that, you also have to travel across the country to a business meeting, and you might not make it, but you have to fit all of that in the schedule. That's like having Vita Vea on your docket. So, big day at the office for Brian Allen. Yeah, garbage TD. What's up, Will? We're feeling good. Let's see. Bucks got dominated, plain and simple. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. How we doing, Ramley? I think we're doing pretty well, Nolan. Everyone, make sure you're sharing this. I'm trying to get this out to as many people as possible, trying to get this thing rolling. This is the spot. I mean, if you guys want to chill after the game, talk about the Rams, have me answer questions and things like that, this is the place you want to be. Quite simple. I mean, try to make it as fun as possible and try to get to everyone's questions and all of that and just have a good time, because not everybody has, a bunch of Rams fans to watch the game with. So I understand if you're sitting there like you're watching the game and it's just you and you're like, you want to just show emotion, you want to share, this is the time to do it. I'm going to try and read everyone's comments, questions, and concerns, albeit I don't think we'll have any concerns this week. I don't think anybody can have any concerns about this team. I mean, not saying you're not allowed to, but I just, I'd be shocked if you did, really. It's quite just the performance. It's just very well, it's well received. And I definitely appreciate them going out there. Yeah, I mean, we could absolutely look at the Colts game, right? We could look at the Colts game and say, man, that was way too close. Like, they really almost blew that game. Or we could look at it like this. Colts game, tough game on the road against a Colts team that's competitive. They lost today, but they were competitive once again on the road against the Titans. And that was with a quarterback who had two, sprained ankles. So we could look at it like that, where we were competitive against a tough, team on the road, and then took care of business at home against what a lot of people are calling the best team in the league. So, that's what I'll say about that. I mean, I can't stress that enough, and I'm feeling very good, moving forward. That I also can't stress it enough. It's that simple. It really is that simple. You have to feel good if you're a Rams fan right now. You do. I mean, a lot went well in that game, but they really, that was a dominant performance. So, Victory Monday will be fun. Yes, smash that like button. Yes. Thank you. Let's effing go. Rams house. Rambunctious. Whose house? Woo. Rams house. Rams house. Shout out to Brian Allen. God bless him. Let's see. We're the best team in football. Matt Stafford is a top 8. Assume you meant quarterback. Great defense and great offense. Horns up. QB. Shout out to the O-line. Yes. Nick Wright and Skip Bayless will say, saying Bucks and Chiefs are saying number one is, yes, Jake, I agree. They are number one now. Matthew Stafford was en fuego. Yes, he was. Picked the Rams. Oh, Nick Wright picked the Rams. That's surprising. Props for putting the Rams at 1. They look like it. Thank you. Kenny Young has answered our linebacker prayers. Can we give credit to our O-line? Just great through 3. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the O-line was awesome. I mean, it really, that's the thing. And I got to say this, guys, if you haven't already heard me say it, this offensive line is as good, if not better, than last season. And last season was really good, but it was wasted by lack of pocket presence from Jared Goff. I'm going to call it like it is. I like Goff. I wanted him to win today. I root for him. I really appreciate what he meant for the Rams. But Stafford has more pocket presence. He operates, he has, he's way more confident. And so because of that, when the offensive line is struggling, you don't really notice it as much. But when the offensive line isn't struggling, he doesn't hold on to the ball long enough to make it look bad. Goff does. So that's a big thing there that I can't stress enough. Jake, you're awesome. I thought you were crazy when you said how good we would be, but sheesh, you might have been right. Thank you so much, Anthony. Yes, the O-line was amazing. Do we have the best offensive and defensive lines in football? I wouldn't go that far, but they're really darn good. Stafford MVP. Bucks are banged on the secondary, no excuse, but now we can justify the Rams are number 1 on the Bogan 10. Yes. And yeah, here's my thing. If you're going to the office tomorrow, you're going to your school or whatever you're going to, right? And people give you crap for a great win. They try to take away credit and say, yeah, well, if the Bucks had Antonio Brown or Sean Murphy Bunting, or if Jamel Dean didn't get hurt or Gronkowski, then yeah, I think it would have been a different game. I'd be like, okay, well, if the Rams had Darrell Henderson, probably would have been a little bit of a different game, right? I mean, that's a huge loss. That's the thing. Darrell Henderson has been the second most consistent offensive player aside from Cooper Kupp, offensive weapon, aside from Cooper Kupp. He has had 2 really good games, really quality games, and he does not get enough credit, and especially the fact he's one of the best running backs in pass protection. Sony Michel balled out in pass protection today. Got to give him props. But if you're going to say, well, there were injuries, okay. Cam Akers was hurt. I mean, he's been hurt, the whole year, but he was hurt. Darrell Henderson. You play through him. That's what makes you the best team. You have the depth. The Rams have the depth. Greatest Show on Turf Part 2. Keep in mind, that was just Game 3 with Stafford. He's going to get better in this offense. Can we call Cooper Kupp All-Pro? I think he's going to lead the league in receiving this year. I think Kupp and him Kupp and Stafford are on a warpath. So good to be a Ram. Whose house? Kupp is on pace to lead the league in yards and touchdowns. Rams house, what a beast. Everything you said was spot on. Thank you, Patrick. NFC West is very difficult. Is it weird? Is it weird that I do not care about the NFC West right now? Is it? I know they play the Cardinals and Seahawks coming up, but if the Rams just win the way they were playing, like if they play the way they're playing and they just win, it doesn't matter who is in there. You realize that, right? It doesn't matter what Seattle does. They already lost a game. If the Rams win out, it doesn't matter. If the 49ers lose a game or whatever, then it doesn't matter. If the Cardinals, well, the Cardinals they all have to play the Rams, so it literally does not matter what happens. The Rams control their own destiny the rest of the way. And by the way, the Cardinals in back-to-back weeks did not look very good. They almost gave up that game last week against the Vikings. They won because he missed a 37-yard field goal. And Jacksonville, what on earth today? I mean, they didn't play well. Kyler didn't look that great. Seattle, is it a final? Did Seattle lose to Minnesota? The Vikings finally get a win. Vikings got the win. 30-17. Without Dalvin Cook. Now we have Green Bay and San Francisco at 8:20. We'll see. It's not a gimme. It's not a gimme. It's not a guaranteed win. It's not. Let me catch up on these comments. All right. Let's see. Very impressed by our offensive line play. Allen stumped Vita all game long. Niners will lose today. Seahawks will lost today, and we are beating Arizona next week. LFG guys. Let's see. I was very impressed by. Okay, I saw that. Rams house. I love McVay. Doesn't go for the overkill. He doesn't get greedy, and that's how you lose big leads. Exactly. No, you're absolutely right. He could have gone for it on 4th down. And to be honest with you, I think he knew they would have made it. But it made no sense. How is that going to help? They go down 3 scores if you just kick the field goal. If you score the touchdown, it doesn't make any sense. The risk is not there. They were still in the game. No, I definitely agree with you. I'm glad he did that. I mean, obviously, I like points. I like, big explosive plays. Would love to see another touchdown for Stafford, but they didn't need it, right? They only do what they need to do to win. You can definitely see that. Seagulls lost 2. Now I just need Packers to knock off Niners to put some room in the division. Still want the Niners to lose. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Hit that. Yeah, hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Please do that. Would very much appreciate it. Let's see here. Okay, cool. Yeah. So, the Discord. Yes, link the Discord if you can. Because right now, for whatever reason, my Discord is not it's not working. So if you could link the Discord, that would be awesome. Great win, Jake. Yeah, no, absolutely. Thank you, Coach. You guys got a huge game tonight against the Packers. We'll see where that goes. I told y'all we were going to win. We can all cheer for Green Bay now on Sunday Night Football. SoFi Stadium was loud. Keep playing like this, and I can see 15-2. Just got to win them division games. Crazy thing is we have 3 easy wins against good teams. Colts only close due to special teams. I expect us to keep it up. I love seeing SoFi loud, especially when we were in the Coliseum. We had, like, no fans. Fox dumbs down the volume, too. That's true. Rich Eisen said, yep, he did. I signed up for Underdog Day, but I didn't realize you had a promo code. Oh, well, my first go at it, so hopefully I can figure it out. Well, yeah, you can sign up with the promo code when you do a deposit, so you're fine there. If you just do a deposit, like at deposit, you just put in DTR. So dominant. I run bandwagoners over my car. Oh, come on now. I'm getting really tired of people saying there's so much pressure on Stafford, like STFU. No, I hear you. Rams have a limo. Rich Eisen said SoFi made a Hawks and an Arrowhead Stadium sound like a library. That's hilarious. Keep growing that fan base. Ram wagon. No, I agree. Let's go. Over under was 55, ended at 57. Damn, Vegas really. It's crazy how close those things get. Ram social media, yeah. Let's go. Hey, Jake, did you think we played a little soft on coverage too often, or do I not understand the scheme? Anthony, they really did it because it's Tom Brady. They knew that this is an offense that will go deep down the field. I mean, Brady, when they're up, is throwing bombs down the field. Notice they didn't really get an opportunity to do that. That's because of the scheme. So really, it was the right move. No Seahawks fans. They do suck. Not even refs could save Brady today. That's funny. I'm from St. Louis, and I haven't been this excited in a long time. I'm glad. Why do people hate LA teams? I don't know. Ramley, how about them Rams? Huge win, Ray. I will never vote for Green Bay. I am glad to see Matthew outshine what everyone says he is. Always loved him. So impressed with the O-line and Allen. Can we talk about how Sony Michel saved Stafford's life? Yes, we can. We did actually earlier. Kurt Warner picked the Bucks. Rich Eisen was right about the Rams' home field advantage. Oh, my God, I just heard about Andy Reid. I hope he's okay. Yeah, prayers out to Andy Reid. I did see that as well. Hope he's okay as well. Let's go, Ramley. Sure thought Gronk was going to have broken ribs. Yeah, now he should wear a rib protector. I was surprised. Big, 6'5", 270-pound tight end who catches passes for a living over the middle of the field. 6'6", 6'7", whatever. Over the middle of the field does not wear a rib protector. Like, you're going to get hit in the ribs. I don't understand that. But anyway, make it make sense. That does not make sense. Sony gave meaning to SM on that block. I'm in lockdown 233 days and Rams game, and you make my week. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that, Boondy. That means a lot, man. Sorry about the lockdown. That's not fun. Non-conference games are always tighter than usual. Agree. The Rams D looks great. I didn't get Morris's schemes before, but I totally get it now. Horns up. On to Arizona. I miss Rams Twitter going off. That stadium was roaring. Hit the like button. Yes, please hit the like button. Greg Gaines almost got the sack. Yeah, we have Carson Wentz dodging sacks, and now we have Tom Brady, who is the biggest statue ever in the pocket, dodging a sack and running for 9 yards. That was my only complaint with the Rams. To allow that. Oh, man, that was funny, though. Ramley was turned. Carberry, yeah. Beat them the same as last year, but with Stafford, we have more points. Can't wait for those joke power rankings to still have us at number 3. It was such a great game, man. No, absolutely, Darksaber. Excited. You're coming on tomorrow, so at least that's what we scheduled. Well, I'll be having the Darksaber on tomorrow. He'll be co-hosting the show. Ashton, if you are still there, hit me up and let's schedule a show that we can do together. I got the Darksaber on here tomorrow, so you guys are going to watch us. We're going to talk about the game and the Rams and have some fun doing it around, it's going to be 6 p.m. tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time. The OG left tackle, though, people don't realize our O-linemen who played it last year were all top 10 at their respective positions. No, I agree. I mean, people don't get that, you know. Let's see. My Lord. YouTube. There's so many comments. I really do appreciate you guys. Beat them worse than the score. Stafford missed 2 touchdowns. Must improve for rematch. I wouldn't go that hard, but I hear you. He did miss some touchdowns. If we meet the Bucs in the playoffs, this game is going to be tough. Thoughts on the safety situation? Burgess not getting playing time is interesting, but I do love Rapp and Fuller. I think it's just right now what's working, and they're going to roll with it. But they have outstanding depth. Cam Akers didn't watch the game, but I'm glad the Seahawks got slapped. But they didn't. We won. You lost. That's all she wrote. Henderson. Where was it? My God, I am so tired of YouTube while I'm reading your comments. It just automatically scrolling up. Happens all the time. Let's see. I'm trying to find it. Okay. I think I found it. But they didn't. We want. Okay, so Henderson and Akers would make this offense so much more dangerous. I agree. Big win, says Peo. What's up, Peo? Cooper Kupp is the best receiver in the league right now. That's some lofty praise. Cardinals, bunch of frauds. One of my favorite things in life is looking forward to Jake's live after wins this. Thank you so much, Frankie. That really means a lot. I do really appreciate that. But it's fun to see them lose. Yes. NFC West, blah. Where was it? They did it again. We look greater. We look to greater realms. Yeah, Seattle lost. What we think about Robert Woods? He's fine. Everyone's getting eaten in this offense. Today, Deshaun Jackson and Cooper Kupp were the beneficiaries of that. Tyler Higbee as well with the touchdown. To be honest, I love the way the Rams use draft capital on elite players that just fit. And they develop rookies to be ready in year 2. Media keep hating the Rams, use the draft capital. I just love it. No, I agree with you. I think they found something, and I hope they stick with it. We got some good push in the run game at times. Looks good for us when we play against weaker fronts. I like that they ran the ball 20 times against this defensive front. That was definitely cool to see. Bucks got bailed out on their touchdown drive by bad third down spot. Totally agree. I don't know why they didn't challenge that, but neither here nor there. Nice to see Brady on the ground. Thanks, Nolan, for dropping the Discord invite. I would right now, but again, my computer's being all weird and not allowing me to. I hope the Rams win a Super Bowl so we could watch it all. These other teams start to use draft capital like us. Greatest show on Surf. Anybody else still worried about the Rams' defense? Yeah, I didn't think so. After Seattle and Arizona, we have New York, Detroit, and the Texans. It's pretty good. I'll be at the New York game. God, this offense will be fun to watch in person. Ramsey and El Capitan fit. Let me know what time it was today. Sup, Nolan. We crushed them. People hate LA teams because they ain't us. Let's see. Lewis hits hard. Gotta love it. Beautiful tackle. It was nice to see Lewis out there. Yeah, Lewis level Gronk. Young guy bringing the pain on the old vet. Let's see. Did I finally catch up? Okay. Reed needs to start. Oh, well, I'm not going to. I hope he's okay. Taylor Rapp made a hell of a tackle on the one play with Tyler Johnson. Yes, that was huge. Not the biggest fan of our defense, soft zone at times, but I guess it seems to work. Yeah, the thing is, it's about winning the football game. You know, it may have looked ugly on the stat sheet, the box score, what have you, but it makes a lot of sense when you really think about it. Yeah, that sack dodging is a little annoying. Just got to keep tightening things up. How many sacks were there? I think there was like 3. But, I mean, I don't know what just happened. My computer just kind of shut off my Safari browser, so, you know, there wasn't really much I was able to do, so I can't really see it. Annoying. Very annoying. I mean, super annoying, actually. So, I don't know. But, okay. So, anyway. Okay. Yeah, Taylor Rapp tipping that pass was huge. I'm surprised it wasn't picked. How many sacks were there? Yeah, I think it was 3. Darksaber, thank you so much. I really do appreciate the donation. Man, I can't wait to talk about this game tomorrow, but our defense was so great this game. Same with our offense. Djax was incredible with the 75-yarder touchdown. Oh, my God. Can we talk about that? Like, was that the most exciting play of the game? There were a lot of fun moments in this game, but that was the most exciting. That takes the cake. And we've been talking about this. We've been wanting this. We knew Deshaun Jackson was going to get going. We just didn't know when. I kind of felt like they were saving him for this game. They didn't want to show their hand. They didn't want to show too much what they were doing. I loved it. It was very cool to see. Hell yeah, Darksaber. Djax showed up. Truthfully, I wasn't comfortable until we got the 3-score lead with Brady on the other side. Brady led the Bucs in rushing with 14. Imagine if Akers and Henderson were in. I know. How many times does Mike Evans and Chris Godwin have to push off to get noticed by the refs? It's funny. I don't think Godwin does it that much, but Mike Evans, man, it's like a craft of his where he'll just very underhandedly get under a guy's pad and maybe like move him a little bit or push him or, you know, even like do the whole arm thing. It's so obvious. I mean, Evans has been like that for a while. Let's call it like it is. I mean, he's been doing that for a while. Keep in mind, he lost the game for Tampa Bay when the Rams went to Tampa Bay and beat him with Winston, because Winston threw a pass and then he got it was Winston. He threw him a pass. He got hit in the back and then wouldn't get off the field. It cost them a timeout, an injury timeout. They ran out of timeouts and weren't able to win the game. Matt Gay revenge game. Yes, gotta love it. He also kicked the game winner last year. How many? Let's see. Imagine if Akers was on the field. I know, right? 95-yard drive was a statement. That really was, because at that point the Rams' longest drive was 10 plays, and it was in the first game. So 14 plays, 95 yards, shaving off 7 to 8 minutes off the clock. That's a lot. You know, that's a big time deal. That's a really good drive, surgical drive, and they had their peaks and valleys, but they were still able to put the ball in the end zone. Very impressive. By the way, that 10-play drive, as great as it was, they had to settle for a field goal. So that was the biggest of the year until the 14-play drive. Can't wait for McVay's locker room speech. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. Let's go Packers beat the Niners. Yeah, it's gonna be fire. That's right. I need Rodgers to cook. 3 push-offs, no calls from Mike Evans on Darius Williams. Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't think he's ever going to get called. What are we all drinking, by the way, guys? It's as long as there's nothing in my drink. Okay. Doesn't look like there's anything in my drink. Cool. I got a Pacifico here for you Cali people out there. I only drink this in LA, but I got it and I never really use it, so figured why not? Cheers to all of you. So, yeah, this is great. Cherry Coke Zero in a tall glass. Mike's Hard Seltzer Lemonade. There we go. Yeah, I mean, come on, celebrate, right? It's a big win. This is one of those wins where you, like, even if you got, like, bad news, it, like, wouldn't register that bad, depending on how bad. But it's just one of those wins where it makes everything around you better, your mood's better. It's just a W all around. You know? Man, gotta love it. I can't wait to go back, watch the film, pick this thing apart. You know, I was unable to do, just ran into a lot of stuff. Was unable to do the Justin Hollins breakdown. Not Hollins. Who was I going to do? Jordan Fuller. He had a good game in this one, by the way. I was impressed with him. Was unable to do the Jordan Fuller, or I think it said Taylor Rapp. I was unable to do the Taylor Rapp film breakdown, so I'm going to try and do, 2 next week, or this week upcoming. Again, got a lot going on. I'm going on a lot of shows, but, definitely trying to do that. What's up, Jake? Great win for us, but would definitely want the coaching, the secondary to tighten up in coverage. Yeah, Brandon, it's really, they did it because it was just the scheme. It was the game plan. They were just like, you know what, we're going to take Tom Brady's deep play, down the field completely out of this game, and we're going to make them. It was really very similar to the Super Bowl with Wade Phillips, and that would have won if they had Stafford that day because Jared Goff couldn't push the football downfield. One indicator of how good this team is, Rams have fewest team penalties and fewest penalized yards in the league. And 40-0, exactly. The McVay streak continues. It's like I didn't even want to mention it today because I'm always worried that I'm going to jinx it, but Yes, Boondy. So, I wasn't sure if you got the email or not because I changed the date. I wasn't feeling great about my first draft, and then my second draft, I didn't love it. So I figured I'm going to push it out to October 25th. I actually have it almost done. I just want to make sure that I can, proofread it, everything's good, and re-record some of the videos. But my course, if you're interested in it, guys, and Bundy, who has pre-ordered the course, it's coming out October 25th now. I do apologize for the inconvenience. I just have this demand of excellence in myself, and if I don't feel like this is a great product that you should be spending money on, I'm not going to release it until it is. So October 25th is ample amount of time to make sure it's as great as it can. Again, sorry for the delay, but I think it'll be better having waited. I think it'll be better than the product that would have come out tomorrow, or rather tonight at midnight. So if you guys are interested in that content creator course, if you want to know how I grow my Twitter to almost 10,000 followers, I say almost, I'm at 9.3K, but you get my point. If you want to grow your Twitter, if you want to grow a brand, if you want to do what I'm doing, learn YouTube, learn how to record videos, learn my process, I am doing a content creator course. It's $15 if you want to pre-order it. So I'll throw that out there. If anyone's interested, I'll drop the link. If not, no worries. It's also, I think, in the description as well. So yeah, I do appreciate you guys. But Rapp has upped his game. Some great tackles today. No, I definitely feel that. I think Rapp, here's the thing. Rapp physically is not going to be able to cover like Chris Godwin, right? So on that play, some people were saying it's bad coverage. I mean, really, it's just, you call the play in which like Rapp wasn't able to make, because he just physically can't do that. He is not the athlete of Chris Godwin. But I was very impressed with him. I thought Williams looked really good. Darius Williams, D-Will. He looked really good. He got screwed over on a bunch of calls where he's right there making a play, using the trail technique, what have you, and Mike Evans pushes off, I mean, he got screwed on that call. Mike Evans just throwing him off and not even. But, pec injury for Justin Hollins. It's weird. I saw when he tackled that guy on the sideline, I got the vibe he got hurt, but then he got up and he was okay. That is football in a nutshell, You get hurt, you have a moment, but if you're hurt and not injured, right? If you're hurt, you can play. If you're injured, you could probably still play, but you probably won't. I think it's one of those things. In the moment, he was like, I'm not coming out of the game. Just the adrenaline is pumping. There's no way. But it is one of those things where, when the game ends and you come off this, emotional high, it's like, oh, that's not supposed to be there. And you start trying to pop your shoulder back in place, or your pectoral. I'm hoping his pectoral's okay, because if he has a torn pectoral, he's done for the season, which would be a huge blow. Because Hollins played his tail off, so to speak, which we knew, right? We knew he was going to do that. The Rams came out with this fiery look on the defensive side. I mean, you could just tell from the moment they were winning this game, I mean, it was one of those things where, like, I watched the Giants today against the Falcons. You could tell the Giants they could dominate the game statistically. There was something off about them that whole game. And the Ravens won, but the moment they came out, they looked flat. Like, I thought for sure the Lions had a chance to win that game because the Ravens just came out flat. And then you saw all the drop touchdowns. I mean, we talked about that earlier. Hollywood Brown dropping 3 touchdowns. I mean, what the hell? But, I mean, it just – it gets to that point, It really does. So, I hope there's no letdown next week. I don't expect it. I don't. I really don't. I think Sean McVay is going to have – I really do. I feel really good about this team. Can't stress it enough. 1 second. I'm going to text my co-host who's asking me about the podcast. Guys, I appreciate you liking it. We're almost at 100 likes. Be sure to do it if you haven't already. The thumbs up goes a long way. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already as well. I think we're on a crazy train right now. We're getting close to 7,000. You know, that was, I mean, my goal was 20,000 by the end of the season. I don't know if we'll get there. Maybe we'll get there. But yeah, we're past the 6,800 point. I feel good about that. Cardinal game, just to give you guys the rundown, you know the rules. The Cardinal game, we're going to have a preview. We're going to have film breakdown from the Rams and Bucs game on the channel. We're going to have some fantasy football content. And then next week, we'll have our Stardom Situm show, because I thought that went over well today. We'll have the Stardom Situm show. We'll have our pregame and we'll have our postgame. And that's going to be our process this week. That's going to be, the game plan. And there's a potential I'm going to roll out a live stream schedule and make the JE Live show a legitimate show. Not spontaneous, because I know people like more structure, right? For those of you who like structure, if you want to know when I'm going live, if you're like, Jake, I just got to work and you're going live? Damn, man. Or I just got here and you're going offline? Damn. I'm going to change that. I'm a very spontaneous person. Alexis and I have never really planned out the podcast certain days when it was going to come out. We do it really when we're able to do it. I know that's not the most professional way. That's our way. We have to. We're both very busy, right? The YouTube, Downtown Rams writing, other things like personal stuff. That's the thing, right? So I'm going to make it my mission, somebody that is not very organized in the approach of JE Live in the show. I'm going to make this a legit show moving forward. This is my announcement to you guys. And I'm going to plan out each week. You will have a schedule that I will release, and you will know ahead of time if we are having a live stream and when we are having it. Those times posted will always be Eastern time, because that's where I am. And honestly, if I try to start posting Pacific time or Central time, I'm going to lose my mind, because I have to focus on so many different time zones. So that's going to be the case there. I like the fan engagement. I want to bring back people onto the mic. And like I said, we're going to be doing a show, me and the Dark Saver, as well as, Ashton, Ram fan Ashton will be coming on. We'll have to plan that out. But, got all sorts of stuff. So if you guys like this a lot, if you really do like my channel, and I've had all sorts of, people ask me, how do I support you? Well, you could drop a super chat. You can drop a super sticker, right? That's one way. That donates to me. Another way, I have a membership. It's 99 cents. Starting at 99 cents, you can go up to the $9.99, which gives you a ton of perks. But if you're interested in signing up, be sure to do that. The link is in the description. And, if you're down to do that, you can check out the perks there. Really do appreciate everyone that does. We have 18 members. It has been awesome. The monthly members, it's so crucial for the growth of this channel. So having those monthly members, having the donations, they're not begged for, but they are very much appreciated. And it only makes us stronger. The donations is just going to keep helping us grow. So, really do appreciate you guys rallying around me. I know people are like, Jake, can you be the Rams guy? Can you please do it? We like your MCU content, but can you please be the Rams guy? Please. And I heard you. So I'm 85% the Rams guy, 15% everything else, although pretty much I've become more of the Rams guy with a dash of fantasy football. I decided not to cover the What If series because I missed it. I was in Florida taking care of my grandfather, visiting with him. Didn't have time to do from the beginning, and I'm one of those people, I guess you could say perfectionist, whatever you want to call it, where if I miss the first thing of a series, I'm not going to cover episode 2, 3, whatever. I missed the first one. I'm not going to do it. So I covered Loki. I covered, Falcon Winter Soldier. But, down the road, I might cover, say, Hawkeye or something like that. But really, this is mainly a football channel. This is my passion. This is what I want to do. So that's that. I really can't stress enough how much I appreciate you guys allowing me to do this. Right now, this is really my full-time job, to be quite honest with you. I did quit my full-time job. I just couldn't do it anymore. And I've been looking, but really I feel like at this point I'm just trying to find a part-time or a full-time writing position, remote. That way I can continue doing this as much as I want to do it and not have anything in the way. So that's been me. You know, I'm transparent. I'm going to tell you how things are. Nothing's really off limits. Well, you know what's off limits. You know, use your head. Don't go crazy when I say, you know, the I say ask me anything and I get one of those derogatory questions, you know. But you get my point. So again, I do appreciate you guys. Nolan, thank you. They are sleeping on the MCU content a little bit. Not all of them, but you know, it is fun doing that. I'll do it again. But right now I'm really focused on the Rams. I'm focused on my fantasy football content. And I'm not going to stop. So yeah, we're at around the hour mark. I think it's been a fun show. Could probably go for another hour, but to be honest with you, the game is on. I think a lot of people are going to want to watch the game. I don't want to, you know, suck your attention away from the game. If you want to watch, I totally get it. Let's touch base tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be having the Dark Saver on, who is a great fan, who is part of this community, who is in the Discord, and who was in this stream. He actually dropped a $20 donation, which I really appreciated. We'll see him tomorrow. We'll get him on the show, and that will be that. So stay tuned. You know, with the schedule, I'll be dropping that as well, but that's going to do it. I'm going to go record the DTR podcast with Alexis, and we'll have some fun with it. We'll get that out as well. Your nonstop Rams content. For always, keep it right here. Jake Ellenbogen Live, whatever on this channel, I will have Rams content for you. I love you guys. You guys be safe. You guys have a great rest of your night. If I don't talk to you tomorrow, I'll talk to you at some point. You guys make sure, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, hit the like button. You guys have a great night. Later.